iSARMs.com, the #1 place to learn about SARMs online.
Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you, and in today's video I want to kind of go over the topic of Anavar. Now, I know I've covered this a few times, but it just doesn't seem that I've gotten through properly, and there's just an abundance of bad misconceptions and thoughts that are just skewed and all over the map, and people not really understanding, you know, who it's for, what it's for, how to use, etc. So I just want to clear this up right now. First, before I go on any further, let me just say this, and I don't know how many times I've stressed this and covered this. Steroids are not fat burners. Neither is Anavar. Anavar is not some sort of miracle weight loss drug that when you're out of shape and you're fat, you're overweight or whatever, and it's going to drop 30, 40 pounds and get you into some kind of condition. That's not how it works, okay? That is not how it works. There is no such thing as any sort of magic pill. There is no such thing as something that's just going to get you in shape. Steroids are not used to burn, 30 and 40 pounds, and they're definitely not for people that are in poor condition. Steroids are for people that are in top form, that have reached a certain peaks, plateaus that they simply cannot overcome after 5 and 10 years of training, and not when they're in their early 20s, guys. Okay, not then. That you're not even nowhere near a plateau. I don't even want to hear the word plateau then, because you don't even know what it means. You're nowhere near it. So let's just, before we go any further, understand. Please don't write me asking me if you can take Anavar to get ripped. It's not going to happen. It ain't how it works. That is not how to use Anavar, and it's not going to do that. Trust me. Anavar is also known as oxandrolone. It's known as a more mild steroid, and it is more mild in comparison to others. That's well known through use. That's known through how it was designed. However, it is still an oral steroid, and it is still methylated, and it still can do damage to you. It can definitely do a number on your blood work profile. It can be damaging to your liver. It's definitely going to be damaging to your cholesterol, your triglycerides, and your overall lipid profile. That is a guarantee. That's something that you must address. You must use some kind of cycle support alongside of it to protect yourself. And don't kid yourself, Anavar will shut you down. It most certainly will. Anavar will be very suppressive, not nearly as suppressive as other things, no. But will it? Absolutely will it cause suppression. Of course it will. And it requires a full post-cycle therapy. Do not run an Anavar-only cycle unless you're a female. If you're a male, do not run, nor ask, nor anything else to do with Anavar only. Horrible, horrible, horrible cycle. Could you maybe get 3 to 4 pounds off of it? Maybe. But you're going to be side effect riddled. Your gains are going to be minimal at best if you don't run it with test. Oral only cycles in general are not great. Can you make some sort of gains? Sure. Are they worth it though? Not really. Not for what you could get. Not on running an improper cycle, because that's all you're doing. And I've said in the past, can you get gains from it? Sure you can. But are they worth it? No. Anavar is more, honestly, in my opinion, much better drug for females. Perfectly suited for them, and more females use it than men. Anavar is often faked. You're going to find that it's overly expensive, especially for what you get, and because it's so expensive and the raw materials are so expensive to make it, it's often substituted with a Winstrol or something else. There's just a lot there that you have to be concerned about that I really wouldn't want to deal with, I guess. Now, Anavar is a DHT steroid, which obviously means it does not convert to estrogen. There's no worry of that whatsoever, and it's much drier. And it does have fat-burning capabilities. If you have some excess fat and you're, in that top condition and you just got some problem areas, Anavar might be what you want to help you, and that might be all you need. And it is suited for certain situations. I'm not saying don't ever use it, but what I'm saying is that there's generally better options. Winstrol absolutely crushes it in terms of results. But for what you're actually wanting to get as a result or your situation, it might be perfect for that particular scenario. And if that's the case, then you would definitely want to be using it. There are other side effects that you have to worry about with Anavar too. I know many people think that it's just some mild and nothing to worry about and all yada yada, but that's not true. Like I said, there's methylation toxicity and there's suppression, but there's also the painful muscle pumps that are associated with it. And trust me when I tell you, if you do a lot of cardio, for example, or whatever, you can take all the taurine in the world to try to supplement this problem, because what happens is you get these muscle pumps and they're painful. And they're terribly painful. You get them in your shins, your back, etc. You will feel it with Anavar, and it won't be pleasant, and it will not help your cardio. Trust me. It will be nothing but a hindrance. So just keep that in mind. The half-life is roughly about 10 hours, so it's effective about 5 to 8 hours after taking. So you definitely want to split it up into 2 doses throughout the day. So dose-wise, never exceed 60 milligrams. If you have quality, good Anavar, you don't ever need to go over 60 milligrams. Don't exceed 6 weeks of use. That's more than enough. 6 weeks at 60 milligrams per day, preferably on the back end of a cycle. That's one of the best times to run it, to clean up your cycle. And as a woman, 10 to 20 milligrams a day for 6 weeks. Women don't need a post-cycle therapy, but they absolutely do need a cycle support to protect from the methylation. So that's really Anavar broken down for you. To me, much weaker steroid. It's an oral steroid taken orally, no injections or anything like that, but I feel that it's very weak. To me, it's just like little brother to Winstrol, and it's really never been appealing to me. That's up for you to decide, and that's dependent upon what you're after and what your goals are. So you be the judge, but for me, Anavar is so at best. But like I said, you be the judge of that yourself. So Dylan Gemelli signing off.
iSARMs.com, the #1 place to learn about SARMs online.